frio aqui, é bagaceiro, mano. Deus me livre. Rapaziada, tava vendo uma análise aqui, ó. O que a Konami tá fazendo com a comunidade aí. Fazendo de novo um teste aí na rapaziada aí. O quanto que a comunidade fica doida por esse jogo. Que não é fácil não, hein. O tanto que tem viciado nesse jogo que ficaram tudo doido com esse momentinho aqui de sem jogar. Eu acho que cada um aí deve tomar cuidado com esse vício, que isso aqui é igual droga, mano. Ficar um dia sem jogar com isso aqui, mano, entendeu? Então vocês têm que prestar muita atenção, hein. Mas vamos lá, vamos dar um treininho aí, que aproveitar essa minha folga aí pra mim. Daqui a pouco também tô viajando e trabalhar de novo. Eu já tô doido de ficar em casa, parado já. E eu vou compartilhar aqui, né? Já começa já, rapaziada. Vamos ver o que ela fala aqui. Aí, ó, a desculpa dela. Sempre coloca isso aí, ó. Rapaziada, vocês tem que ficar ligeiro. Não vou nem comentar aqui nada, deixa quieto. Tem que ficar ligeiríssimo. Eu vou fazer um videozinho aí dando uma explicação sobre isso. Já aconteceu a primeira vez, agora essa aqui é a segunda. Pegamos hoje o Beligzinho com 900 giros e veio o homem. O homem veio bravo. O homem é top. Vou compartilhar aqui, calma aí. Não sei se vocês estão me ouvindo aí, que eu nem entrei aqui pra ver o comentário de vocês aí. Salve, salve, Brian, marcha na boneca. Salve, Gui, mito. eFootball. Ilusão vai ter que pegar o Diogo. Mito. Quem acredita, quem quiser. Vi muitos aqui, nos vídeos aqui, todo doido por causa do eFootball. Isso aqui já comeu neurose de cada um. Pra quem tem família, filho, tem que ficar esperto. Você perde cada momento do seu lazer de família. Então hoje eu já me controlo, já sou de boa, não fico doido por causa de jogo mais não. Meu negócio é fazer o malote, trabalhar, ganhar meu troco. Isso aqui não dá dinheiro não, moço. É minha opinião que eu falo. Mas vamos lá, né? Ganhando o cara hoje de 2-0, cair de novo, ó, só derrota. O jogo tava muito ruim. Não, tô de boa de grupo, mano. Eu tô nos grupos aqui de uns caras mais. Gente fina pra peste. E Tá bom demais. É resenha no 12. Esse é do Júnior. Tô bem de boa. Deixa ele com aquele camarada lá que já conhece muito tempo ele. Eu tô bem de boa. Meus parça. Que até hoje é o Brian, o Gui. Os caras sempre tá aí. A gente resenha, tudo brinca com qualquer um aí. Aí tem um orelha seca no grupo lá que, tipo assim, conheceu ele ontem. Então ele achou que aquele lá é o melhor, fica com o melhor então, né, mano? Eu sou esse cara de resenha. O cara não aguentar resenha comigo, mano, já era. Eu solto na banguela. Mas só bora. Focar aqui e resenhar aqui. Deixa pra lá o grupo. Vamos ver se o BDV tá acordado aí. Ele falou que abrir a livezinha e mandar pra ele. Salve Alberto Mito. O servidor tá bugado. Sempre tava, né, Alberto? Sempre foi, né? Nunca melhorou. Ó, pegou outra, meu Piquet, pegou os 3. Esse é valente, hein? Eu peguei um com giro grátis, tô faceiro. Eu só investi nesse aqui, eu ganhei no Tigrinho hoje, falei, vem você, filho. Tigrinho patrocinou. Traz. Ah, o homem veio setado, mano. Aí mexe aqui pro banco. Se tiver bom, vai vir. Tá tenso mesmo? Vamos ver. Eu joguei hoje, tava ruim também. Antes de acontecer esse bagulho dela aí. Eu nem li ali porque perdi meu tempo. Só agradeço 700 milhões na live, hein?
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible
Obrigado
that
pelo
there
like a
is
todos aí,
much
ó.
pride
Só
around it.
agradeço.
Chants are filling our
Vamos ver
ears,
como que
crowd
tá
renditions of
o
hymns
Bellingham
and songs.
no
It is the
upamento que o Brian
perfect
passou aí.
soundtrack.
Rapaziada,
And we have in front of us this
quem
gloriously imposing
precisar aí, ó,
arena,
de uma dica pra
absolutely perfect
upar
for
o
a game of this
jogador,
nature.
o Brian é top, hein?
Had a shot.
Nosso parceiro aí, mais.
And that is doing no harm at all.
E tem,
Okay,
ô Brian,
it's
joga
come to
o
nothing,
seu
but it's a warning
canal
of
aí
further threat on the break.
joga o seu link aí, ó. O Brian tem uma moralzinha pra mandar aí
Neymar
a
going
ficha
face
aí
to face
top.
with his great rival. Paris Saint-Germain ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and
Roberto Baggio! Well, he should have done better, and he knows
Tá.
it. Now that's well seen too.
Boa,
Always
no
onto this. Rummenigge. He's had a hit!
Boa, Romelinho.
Marvellous goal!
Beijo.
well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to
Brian
oblige
Pitbull
so early.
raivoso.
The keeper deserves some
Pitbull
sympathy
bravo.
there. He may not have seen that until too late.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, this looks sharp. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, played right into his path.
Ah, não tá, mano.
Neymar is flagged offside.
Pra cima, Brian.
Piqué gets across to intercept that. And he's away.
Boa,
was
tira.
very necessary. That has been cut short. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. And the pass is intercepted.
Adriano really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball.
É,
Then
o jogo
again,
tá meio
he was
esquisito,
being
mano.
very closely marshalled.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Tá meio ruim Acabei de...
No, that
Tô
was
vendo
never
aqui
going to
mesmo.
make it. Piqué cuts out the pass.
Ó, tá bem
Well,
bugadinho.
it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, what has happened? And again!
Toma.
Sticks it away! And there's the
Não
goal
dá,
they've been
tá
looking
ruim.
for.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Tá ossada. Tá muito doido o jogo.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Tá.
He's gone forward. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vieira. Neymar. No, that's been intercepted. And it's played forward. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Stoichkov. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Pullet might just make this. And there's green grass ahead of him. Bellingham succumbs to the pressure. Chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Stoichkov tries to clear. Bellingham. Bellingham! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Neymar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's good vision. That's an excellent interception. Vieira. So, what can they make of this? Rijkaard, a player who needs no introduction. No, he refuses to take the bait. Chouameni plays a sharp little ball here. Adriano. Close. It's Adriano!
Que não é
And
Courtois
he
não,
looked
filho.
every bit the assured keeper
É
there.
Peter Cech.
Adriano really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pull it. And it's Baggio. Well read, and the danger is averted. It's just beyond his reach. Vieira. That is going to be the final action of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got
Pra
themselves
cima
into
lá,
a very
rapaziada,
good
pra
position, so
cima.
why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Paris Saint-Germain are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. Here we go again.
Oh, good read. That was well played, well stopped. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Bellingham. Bullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Bullet.
Não.
Oh, that's well spotted. Has a look and place it forward.
Que vai, mano?
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant
Olha as
touch.
ideias,
Yeah,
cara.
it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Roberto Carlos.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's had it taken off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's
No.
almost personal, and it had to be. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right
No.
position to do that collectively.
Não era isso,
Well,
cara.
it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and
Foi
under the
nada,
cosh.
juiz.
That had to be spot on, and it was.
Oh, a very decent attempt. And he was quick to react. That's a nicely weighted pass. And he's picked out the run. Batistuta gets flagged offside. Roberto Carlos. Van Dijk. And he's intervened well there. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Looking for options for movement. Shifted upfield.
Não era isso, mano.
Piqué. Good read, needed to be. Batistuta. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Just eases him off the ball. Bellingham. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Dembele. fiddles it through. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Hullet. Rummenigge. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adriano. Batistuta.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Não era
That is
isso,
good
cara.
alertness. Lobbed in behind. Oh, smashing header! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
Brilliantly cut out. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Roberto Baggio. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rummenigge. And here's Hullet.
Não era,
Belly.
filho.
Paris Saint-Germain have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Good pressure, determined, intense. He has found the... Adriano! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Salve Hamilton Lopes.
It's their second corner of the
Deu
game.
nada, mano. Só pedindo desculpa só. Nada por lá, mano.
Maldini with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
That's
Foi
great
nada,
positioning. So
mano.
good from him.
Para, cara. Você não sabe nem
Just wouldn't
chutar
stay down
Roberto
for him.
Carlos. Pode parar.
Beraldo. That's a sharp pass. And this is Neymar. Costa Curta. Roberto Baggio. And it's Dembele.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's got tall.
Ah,
Smashing
mano.
delivery. Just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
And that will be
Ali o
it.
adversário jogou muito.
Paris Saint-Germain can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Rummenigge claiming the man of the match award, and there is very...
Bora deixar verdinho esse aí. Bora lá, bora lá. Konami não tá dando nada pra gente, mas só tá deixando a rapaziada doido. Bora recuperar esses pontos. Já caímos umas 3 vezes já pra segunda, hein? Tava na
Well, there's no
primeira.
doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here.
Não.
And that is a little undercooked. And it's messy. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a step above most.
Yeah, he's a thinking man's footballer, isn't he?
Indeed, and I'm really looking forward to watching him.
Marquinhos, not the most accurate pass, looking for the runner, and he's picked out the run. Shapes to shoot!
Tá, né?
Denied by an instinctive save.
Pullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Back when it goes. Bellingham!
Que golaço!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Sao Paulo finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Neymar. Just the goalkeeper to beat.
Vai! Ah, não, mano, o cara
Pickford
conseguiu.
deals with it effortlessly. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left
Rapaz, meu
behind is
maldinho
filled.
gostoso.
Maldini with the clearance. He's gone for goal!
Que não, filho, que
Oh,
tem
a very decent
goleiro.
attempt.
Goleiro gostoso.
Corner number 2 then. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Oh, Red, nice interception. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, they can break here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Showing great feet there. He's picked his way. Has a go! It's their second corner of the game. Big header!
Toma.
And yes, it's
Saiu o goleiro,
there!
toma tinta.
The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
There's the shot! A real chance.
Marcha,
and a
Brai,
real
marcha,
let
Brai.
off.
Oh,
Bellingham
I'm
fez
not
um
sure what he
golaço
had
aí.
in mind, and I don't think he
Bellingham.
knew either.
Com a baita ficha que você preparou o homem,
That tackle was certainly
rapaz.
sturdy. Guardiola. Now it's Hullet. He's got space in the area.
Boa, é
Oh,
isso que
he's
eu
got that
queria.
all wrong,
Ia
and it's
tocar
a
lá pro
penalty.
Neiro.
Paris Saint-Germain presented with a golden opportunity here. Pickford looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Oh, he's hit the bar! Golden opportunity wasted.
A cool head was needed
Caramba,
there,
muito
and we
foda.
got anything but.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Neymar. Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nothing
Não.
wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Guardiola. And it's Messi. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now that looks a decent ball. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Looking
Ah,
for options
Piquezinho,
for
pô.
movement.
Bota pra
Messi.
derreter, né, cara?
Oh, the shot could be on here. Guardiola really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Cavani. Thuram. Vieira. Threads one in. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there.
Para,
He's
que
played
tá
it
tudo,
through.
tudo
Oh,
deletado.
that was vital. Maldini. Goes forward. Hullet is onto it in a flash. That's a nicely measured pass. And he cuts out the supply. Guardiola. Cavani. Played through into space. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. That's a good ball out wide. That's a shade optimistic.
Vai,
And that interception was most
vai,
necessary.
filho.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. How do you look back on the first 45
Você
minutes?
tá
Well, it's
doido,
looking pretty
foguete mesmo, Brian.
straightforward, Peter. They've got
Foguete, o
themselves
homem é
into
bravo.
a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Paris Saint-Germain ahead 2-0 and they are looking good.
Só paulada, mano. O homem chuta só paulada. Marcha na boneca.
And we're off again. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing
No.
stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Que não, filho.
And that
Que
is out
não.
of play. There will be a throw-in.
Que é o Diogo mais.
PK. Shifted upfield. Simons. Nicked it back promptly. And he was quick to react. Rijkaard. Now it's Cavani. And here's Neymar. Adams calmly anticipates. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Guardiola. Bellingham. Now it's Neymar.
Não era lá,
Might squeeze
velho.
that one through. Neymar. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Hullet.
É pra tocar rápido, cara.
Messi. Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham,
Bem na hora que ele chutar.
Neymar.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Xavi Simons. Piqué promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, just skips past his man. Chance! And it's there!
Ai,
And the lead is
Calica.
extended still further.
Aqui é
Sao
Neirulu,
Paulo
fi.
really
Aí saindo
were
pro goleiro
asking for
tomar
trouble there
tinta.
by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Calma aí, rapaziada. Só ver o negócio que eu meco aqui. Calma aí. Salve, Kazuia. Só agradecer pelo like. Tamo junto. Seja bem-vindo à live.
say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Tries a shot!
Marquei, cara.
Well, once more, it's
Posso
him,
acontecer
and we
isso,
can't be
mano?
surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Sao Paulo clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Baixa toda a barrinha que você tem, meu amigo.
Paris Saint-Germain
A
are
hora que fazer gol
already
aqui, você vai
chasing the
ver.
game. They didn't envisage that. Bellingham. Now it's Neymar. Plays a sharp little ball here. He is just caressing the ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Neymar. Oh, he's in! Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Ribéry. He's found a way through. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bellingham. No, it's not getting there. And he was quick to react. And that is a little undercooked. And that could set him on his way. That's an excellent interception. Could move up a gear here.
Paris Saint-Germain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Ronaldinho. And it's Neymar. And he's searching through. Now it's Messi. And he's certainly onside here.
Vai, cara.
And the pass is intercepted. Great chance!
Toma.
They've scored!
Toma.
Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. You just know there is no stopping that.
Ele
Is
veio
it just me,
chutar
or did he make that
quadrado e deu
look
corte,
very,
cara.
very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such aplomb.
Paris Saint-Germain grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Ribéry. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Neymar. Not the most accurate pass. Maldini. Messi is herring after that one.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's managed to get free. In by Messi. Brilliantly cut out. Ribéry. Ronaldinho. Played back to the goalkeeper. Piqué. Maldini. That's a little off target. Ronaldinho. Great ball if he can get there. Shot a goal! And the ball's come loose here. And it's Ronaldinho. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Messi. And he's picked out the run. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Neymar. Rafinha, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Now it's Neymar. Out to the left it goes.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Ribery! It's loose now and they want to get it back. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. It's a good spell of possession, this. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Sao Paulo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the shot!
Ah, Bellingham não.
Hits off target and
E
by
o homem não
quite
abaixa a
a way.
barra não,
Well,
gente.
that's why we all say
Não abaixa a barra
indecision
não,
is
hein.
fatal.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. He can run onto that. Pull it. He's onside. Rafinha.
O homem não abaixa a barra não, moço.
So half time,
Abaixa,
all
abaixa.
square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game this, and at half time, it's one each. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Paris Saint-Germain head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, 1 each, and the game right on edge. The second half then, just getting going. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Ribery. And they can counter here. Pull it. A searching ball that into space. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Neymar. Ribery. Good read, needed to be. It's run loose here. Now it's pull it. Oh, and he's through the middle.
Boa.
Offside that time. Neymar. Pull it. That's been cut out, well played. The ball's gone astray. And Rafinha. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nicely weighted ball. That's a decent clearance. Bellingham.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's... And Ribery! Decent hit and on target. Bellingham running with the ball.
Não.
Ribery. And the counter is on. Now this... And the finish! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. Ronaldinho. Pull it. Bellingham.
Ah, Bellingham.
Sao Paulo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well read, nice interception. Ronaldinho. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Hullet. Hullet touches it. He's had a shot!
Ah, não, mano.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. This is promising. He has found the way through. He's found some space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. It's a sweet ball, that.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Ah, mano.
Adams spots it and intercepts. Bellingham, looking for the run. Neymar! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
This is the time you need that pace.
Kaká, he's shifting through the gears here. Kaká's cross. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Tá bugado o jogo, mano. Começou a travar tudo aí.
Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Ah,
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
He's looking to set free a runner. Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely bit of skill.
bugou tudo, cara. Não deu pra jogar mais nada.
And there goes the whistle. So it
E
does
esse
end all
infeliz
square.
jogou até com a barrinha
Inspiration,
baixa.
perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner.
Medo da peste, mano.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Jogar com esse
Listen,
tipo
the more
de
this game
verme.
went on, a draw was always likely.
Não queria nem ganhar 2 pontos desse verme. Ah, jogo. Cara, com um time desse aí jogando com a barrinha full azul, mano. Você tá doido, cara. Bugadinho, bugadinho. Bora lá.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate.
Vai.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And here's Hullet.
Well, someone I'm really looking forward to seeing.
It's Drogba! Bellingham, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He has found the way through. Bellingham, terrific header. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Não.
He won't be happy with that one.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Bellingham. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. And he welcomes it in. Messi. Oh, important interception. Rodri gets over and intercepts. That has been cut short.
Vai.
Santos have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
Foi nada, mano.
Vieira. No goals as yet. Real chance here. Vieira. Oh, that has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Rijkaard. Can he spark a counter here? That could spell trouble. And he's managed to get free. Bellingham!
Pô, o Bellingham fazer
And he has
gol,
kicked
filho.
it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Oh, what a
Boa,
climb!
Piqué, meu gostoso.
Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
And the finish!
Pega.
He scores! Hot knife through butter. They have
O
done
bagulho
it
é
again.
doido.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Paris Saint-Germain are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Neymar. Oh, that's a key interception. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Messi. Pass is just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Caramba, é isso.
Drogba is showering after that one. And that could set him on his way. No, that's been intercepted. Gets his pass away. Maradona. He's got away. And the shot!
Boa, meu goleiro.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Real chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And it's Maradona. Drogba. And here's Messi. And Messi!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Neymar.
Não.
And the half-time whistle goes.
Tudo errado.
So your views on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Paris Saint-Germain go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So we're just settling back into this second half. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. Vitinha, dink through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Vitinha is offering some sort of an apology there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Now it's Bellingham. Rijkaard. And he was quick to react.
A beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been...
And the ball's come loose here. That's very neat. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bellingham. Driving through the middle. Hits one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? He rises! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, such a clever touch. Santos are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Neymar, and the ball... And Hullet! They are rampant! And they are cruising away. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. He's found a way through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Rijkaard, very much a man of this moment.
Não.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Messi. He's had a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Rodri. Belletti. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. That's a
Ah,
little
mano,
off
não
target.
dá passe
Oh, that's well
desse, cara.
spotted.
Deus me
Vieira.
livre.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. That's a nicely measured pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rijkaard. Rijkaard Showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it
Para,
out.
filho. Que já conhece já esse futebol feio seu.
Rijkaard. Piqué. Vieira. Bellingham. Vieira. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Não era ele lá, filho.
And they're quick to get it back.
Olha o passe, mano.
Now it's Drogba. He's in plenty of space here. Neymar. And it's Messi. Messi!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Neymar looks to get on the end of this.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a hit!
Ah, Messi é um
Oh,
godice,
no,
cara.
a quite unbelievable miss.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Santos choosing to make the first change.
Pretty robust defending.
Now it's Havertz. He can run onto that. It's Xavi! Loose ball now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a
Quis
shot
dar o
away, but there
Digo,
was
se
too much
tomou
flesh and bone in his
tinta, o
path.
pai botou pra derreter, moço.
Havertz. Shapes to shoot. He has
Dá
done
gol
it.
pra não ficar feio.
They're back within reach.
Agora é minha vez de fazer o gol.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Ah, não,
And
doido.
very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? That's been cut out, well played. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's been shifted off it. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. That is good alertness. Adams. And
Pretty
time
big.
is up. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Bullet taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face
Pois
says it
estava
all.
bugado
He
o jogo.
knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Salve para Rudinho.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way
Salve
home, so must
Gameplay.
we.
Caio
Good evening to
Gameplay.
you.
Obrigado pelo like, Mito. Boa noite. Não é divisão, meu amigo. Tô jogando divisão aqui. Voltamos de novo. Faz um mês que eu não jogo, rapaziada. Tô pegando o time bem ainda. Só trabalhando, né, cara? Fazer o que, né? Pra fora não tem tempo, não. Mas estão pegando o time ainda de novo. Salve Júnior R10, e aí mito. Tô por aí, moço. Fazendo uma livezinha mais aqui. Será, mito? Salve BDV, mais. Livezinha mais. Ele é top. Peguei hoje com 900 giro, pô. 900 girinho. É muita cagada, né? Eliminado o Manchester City? Que vai, BDV? Não fala uma coisa dessa, não. É o único superior que tá jogando mesmo o Bayern de Munique e o Real Madrid. Corujãozinho lindíssimo. Aí lá vai pra cima, hein, fi. Agora é forca pra todo quanto é lado, BDV. Agora não tem pra escapatória, não. Mas é isso aí, ô Julião. Pô, vai pegar fogo. Porra, aí lá tá de parabéns, hein? Tirar o Manchester City, mano. Não tinha nem titular no jogo. Pô, tem o PSG e o Bayern, mano. Esses caras, time brasileiro aí, assim, mostrar o futebol aí, ó, que ficou o Palmeiras e o Fluminense.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not
Fluminense já
have
vai
too
pegar
much
o
riding
Railão.
on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there
O
is much pride
Palmeirinha pega
around
o
it.
Chelsea, né?
Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of
A
hymns
coisa
and
vai ficar
songs. It
pesadão
is the
agora, enfim.
perfect soundtrack. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
É algum brasileiro aí, ô BDV. É algum brasileiro. Vai ser. Mas deve ser o Palmeiras, porque nunca teve mundial, né, mano? Os caras vão dar pra eles.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Ronaldinho. Casemiro gets across to intercept that.
don't think I've seen a player as complete as the Czech cannon.
Ah, Nedved.
Yeah, the cannon gives us a little indication of the power he can produce from either foot, but he sets about his job like a Tasmanian devil, a whirlwind of activity.
So strong on either side.
He is.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Casemiro. Always onto this. Oh, that's well spotted.
Ah, não, mano. Ah, tá de brincadeira, mano. Que demora pra chutar uma bola.
Real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defense saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Ah, ontem você já viu que isso é malandragem, né, Caio? Você tava perdendo de 2-0, aí você começou no bugamento, né? Você tá ligado, né, que é bugamento. No cruza-cruza. Porque você não ia aguentar no normal que nós estávamos jogando. Aí você já apelou. Não é que reclamando, não, é... Eu jogo daquele naipe mesmo. Eu tenho minha arma secreta também, mas não deu certo. Eu vou jogar no raiz. No raiz que eu falo, que você entende de futebol mesmo. É, não tem esses negócio de jogador bugados. Você sabe disso. Ah, Bellingham tá um feio desse, mano. Tamo junto aí, o Junião. Seja bem-vindo aí, tá, mano? Se tiver canal aí, ó. BDV. Se tiver o link dele, alguém que não é inscrito no canal dele, ó. Vamos dar uma força. E eu também, o Caio, pra te falar, eu não tenho tempo pra jogar mais, ó. Só trabalhando, mano. Fazer o malote pras crianças, né? Ficar todo dia na frente da televisão não dá dinheiro pra mim, não. Não dá pra pagar as contas. E eu tô com um mês sem jogar e agora que eu tô voltando. Ah, vai, filho.
Setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Bellingham. Pull it.
Ah, vai, filho. Não faz isso comigo, não, bom.
Deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now then, the ball's come loose. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Messi. Well, they've got it back in.
Sai daí. Sai, mano. Ah, mano, tá tirando esse jogo, mano.
Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms.
Eu tô ligado, mano. Eu tô uns 3 dias fazendo uma live, eu acho que aí. Primeiro dia já peguei a terceira rapidão. Aí depois peguei a segunda e peguei umas 3 vezes a primeira e caí ruim em jogo. Mas eu não ligo não, mano. Isso é do jogo. Se o jogo colocou o jogador, mano, pra jogar você tem que colocar, né? Não foi à toa que você gastou dinheiro por causa disso. Mas eu não jogo cruzando, não. Se eu for pegar pra
Oh, good read. He read that really well and stopped it. And there's
Boa.
green grass ahead of him. He's beaten the last man. This time surely.
Ah, vai, mano. Tá de sacanagem esse jogo, mano. Pode parar.
Messi. Picked out great hits.
Ah, não pode, mano. Não
And he
pode.
looked every bit the assured
Mas tamo
keeper
junto,
there.
cara.
That's very, very good.
Você é
You
parça
can't
das
ask for much
antigas,
more
hein,
than
mano.
that. Well, look, they know they've
Essa
got a
das
height
antigas
advantage
aí,
and
tamo
it's time for
junto
them
já.
to use it.
Uma hora nós joga de novo.
Keeper's
Vai.
dealt with that. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, this is intriguing.
Bellingham. Gets his head to it.
Não.
Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Oh, no joy this time. And he's there to belt it away. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Real hits one! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Ah, manda,
Gets over and intercepts. Now it's Son Heung-min.
Ah, manda mais forte, mano. Mandava certinho ali, cara.
So
Oh,
half-time, and it is all
o jogo tá
square.
bugadinho,
Neither able
tá
to pull away
bugadinho.
from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game this, and at half-time, it's one each. How would you review the first half?
That was a
Pai,
fantastic
tamo junto, pai.
45
Tamo
minutes of
junto, pai.
football.
Tamo
I'm
junto.
really
Tamo
hopeful
junto
of more
aí.
of the same in this second half.
O meu futebol é aquilo lá, mano. É um tete a tete daquele naipe.
Goal each.
A minha arma secreta que eu tenho aqui, ó. É só isso aqui, ó. Pra cara cruzador. O cara que começou, eu jogo de boa. O jeito que você tá vendo aí. O cara começou a cruzar. Aí eu coloco ele. Pra tentar me ajudar também. Entendeu? Mas eu não sou de ficar cruzando, não. Nem gosto. Vou jogar assim, ó. Raiz. Mas o jogo foi bom ontem. Mano, eu perdi aquele gol lá, mano. Era pra tá.
And that's the second half started.
Paris Saint-Germain have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay.
It's Son Heung-min!
Pode deixar aquele cara lá, mano.
For that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Casemiro picks it up from the goal kick. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision making and a weak execution.
Foi nada.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Nedved works it forward. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Ronaldinho could try cutting inside here. Has a go! Rijkaard. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, no circumventing this opponent. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Pass somewhat off target. Fiddles it through. He could be in here. And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bora pra cima.
Oh, look at the speed. Had a shot!
Ah, mano, que vai, mano.
It's there! Into the lead once more. So we have a breakthrough.
Oh.
Now how will things develop from here? Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Hullet. Wriggles his way through. Oh, the real chance! And one more
Paz,
try!
filha da mãe.
It's it! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched
Boa.
in his mind now.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Son Heung-min. Mbappe, good purposeful running this.
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to them.
Ah, he's
Boa,
given
meu
it away.
gostoso.
Just a Messi! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! They've done
Eu
it!
sabia que ele ia
It
tocar
was
pro
coming!
goleiro,
They
pro
have their
adversário ali.
reward!
Tchau, filho.
That
Já
is
era.
lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Pô, não trouxe outro zagueiro, mano. Que é o Beckenbauer. Tá bom. Bora lá, né, rapaziada? Bora conseguir ganhar essa aí, que o adversário joga muito.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Paris Saint-Germain get themselves
Boa.
into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Não!
Pretty loose pass. Piqué makes the interception.
Ah,
Haaland
não,
finds
mano.
himself offside.
O Haaland, cara.
And he's picked out the run. Nice interception, well timed. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Shandong Taishan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played back in.
Oh!
Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And Hullet! Oh, taken with style. Two to the good. They have breathing space.
Não adianta olhar pro lado.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot
Não adianta aquele
expertly.
chute bugado. Não adianta.
Expertly finished.
Vai
And
jogar
he's
aqui na
done that
raiz,
so
ó.
often.
Raiz.
So the lead
Vai
now is
raiz.
2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Ai, meu
Well, he's
gostoso.
about to
Vai.
ball out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance for the header.
Como vai entrar?
And it's there. And the lead is 3. It is surely done. Great header, made it look easy.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Paris Saint-Germain blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Ah, mano,
And
por
that's
que
got
que não
behind
parou,
for a goal
mano?
kick. He's played him through. Now it's Neymar. He might be a great chance.
Ah, mano, vai deixar fazer um gol desse, mano.
And they are right back within touch. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? He's had a hit! And again!
Aqui que vai, cara. Que jogo ladrão, mano. É doido.
Neymar at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Eu tô falando.
Shandong, can he finish?
Eu tô falando, mano. Pode parar.
They have stolen level at the last.
Não acredito nisso, não. Sai fora esse jogo. É doido, mano.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that
O
good.
time do cara do nada, mano, começou a jogar.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Ah, mano, pode parar, mano. Muito mentiroso. Cara do céu, mano.
Ferocity and marvelous talent from start
Não
to finish.
acredito nisso, cara, que eu tô vendo hoje.
After all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Ai, ai. Tá bom. Esse jogo é complicado, mano. E olha que eu nem gosto de baixar barrinha, mano. É pra acabar mesmo, hein? Ah, nós tem que trazer um zagueiro, né? Fiquei indignado agora, hein, rapaziada. Você tá doido.
there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are... Can he put it away? That's a decent clearance. Now it's Bellingham. And here's Batistuta. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Pass is just off target.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchor.
Ah, mano, errar um gol desse,
It's off
cara.
target and by quite a way.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing
man.
anytime soon.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Messi. Referee's had a good look and given a
Não
corner.
era pra não ter errado esse
And we
gol,
have
cara.
our very first corner.
Vai fazer falta, hein?
Messi plays it short. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And now they can... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Vieira gets over and intercepts. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's nice. Taken off it pretty forcefully. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hits one!
Não faz, leva lá.
Scored!
Não faz, leva aqui.
Really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Não era lá,
Well, that's
filho.
an inviting ball. Oh, good ball. Shots on here.
Falta, juiz.
Bullet has been caught there. It's a foul. No
Vermelho,
second
boa.
thought. A straight red card.
Melhorou pra nós
Well, no
agora.
question, Jim. The referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go. Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. Neymar!
Boa.
Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded
No,
any better,
era
Peter.
isso.
Yeah,
Abaixa a
there's
barra,
the old
filho.
cliche about how
Baixa
teams
a barra
can lose
aqui.
focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Strokes it back. And it's lofted through
Não
here.
adianta bugar o jogo,
Dig
não.
through.
Não adianta.
Adams cuts out the pass. Well, the idea was a good one.
Boa.
The execution of it,
gostoso.
not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Boa, assim que eu gosto.
Batistuta. That's been cut out, well played.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Decent hit!
Boa, assim que eu gosto.
Goal! Paris Saint-Germain!
Pressão
And
no
the
12.
game is well and truly turned on It's head.
Bayern de Munique, meu Flamengo.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable.
E...
There could be more on the way.
Oh, he's got a... Can he finish?
Ah, não, eu não posso errar esse
Lovely
gol, cara.
take, but that is where it stopped.
Neymar deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Climbs up big. In he goes again. Lacking in accuracy.
Oh, his instinct was brilliant, but not the finish.
Messi. Belletti. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Cruyff. He is through here. There's the shot.
Ah, mano, não.
Really well taken goal. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails.
And one more try.
Que vai,
No
mano.
mistake. And the comeback is complete. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind
Cara,
you,
consegui
you would have
virar,
thought
mano.
that when the last one went in.
He can run onto that. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's Neymar. No, he's not getting past him there. Vieira. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ball is over the line.
Fui juvenil nessa, hein?
And that's definitely not his best. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Neymar. That is a great pick out. Tries a shot!
Boa.
They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good fit.
Ah, mano, deixa aí.
Final action of the first half. Paris Saint-Germain playing their part in a real slugfest here. A glut of goals and nothing to suggest much is going to change. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. So it's back to business. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he has shown him a yellow card. Good strike, quite an alarm. Rudiger cuts it out. Bellingham. Oh, that's well spotted. Mbappe.
Vai, fi.
Vieira. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. And the cross comes in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
And here's Neymar. Ah, that's a fine interception. Rummenigge. He has found a way through. And here's Hullet. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he was quick to react. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Piqué did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Carlos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, that's clever. He's had a shot! Neymar on a hat-trick. What do
Pô,
you
o
think
time
that'll
não
mean
tá,
for him,
mano,
Jim?
I
jogando.
think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect
Ah,
him to turn
mano.
his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant.
O cara só tá
He
dando
totally
balão pra
merits
bugar
a
o
third.
jogo, mano.
He
Sai
looks
fora.
a really hungry player right
Consegue
now.
jogar perna.
Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Neymar chasing after it.
Vou bugar também. Essa merda.
Bellingham spots it and intercepts. Oh, perfectly measured that. Rudiger gets it clear. Now it's Mbappe. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Neymar. Cruyff. They've got a corner here. Corner number 2 then.
Meu mano.
Messi goes short. Oh, good ball. Shot at goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Has a go!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And here's Cruyff. Now the ball's gone astray.
Well, that was well
Meu filho
positioned
tá conseguindo
and well
jogar
pitched.
mais, mano.
They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pirlo promptly onto that, and that is that. That's really well manoeuvred. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Great defending, strong and determined. Adams kept his eye on it. And
Olha, bom não vai mais, mano.
bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. That's an excellent interception. Has a look and plays it forward. And no, that was never going to make it.
Barbaridade,
Long
mano.
time, excellent interception. And here's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball.
Vai, filho.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the flag has stayed down. Piqué getting this one clear.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Vai, time.
And that could set him on his way. He's been bundled over. That is a
Take
foul.
it.
The referee's come over. It's a red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
And this is the big chance.
Yeah, and a heart and mouth time.
Son Heung-min! Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Eu tô falando.
And that's that. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good
O
variety
time
in this
morreu no
game,
segundo tempo,
despite
mano.
it being
Olha,
anticlimactic.
filou ali.
Well, that's it for tonight.
Só empate, mano.
and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And as you can see, Bellingham!
Boa, Bellingham.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Neymar. Now the finish! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
And he's intervened well there. Oh, that is a nice touch. Big header! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
What a great header, got plenty on that.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Ajax finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And he was quick to react. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that, he's got the shot away! Could move up a gear here. Now it's Zico. Now it's Messi. And he certainly tries a shot!
Boa, meu gostoso.
Oh, terrific
O goleiro
save
dele
from the
pegou
keeper.
aquela bola lá,
Is
mano.
offering
Você tá
a right
doido?
smile there.
They've played it short. Showing good feet. Oh, here's a chance!
Ah, não, mano.
Oh, super
Esqueci desse
goal!
filho da mãe desse Zico,
Sumptuous
cara.
finish
Bugado
and
aí.
absolute joy. And the
Odeio.
lead lost no time at
Odeio,
all.
cara. Esse
Yeah,
cara que joga
they
com
say
jogador
that fortune
bugado.
favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Ajax grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chance.
He's through, it's one and Hullet!
Ah, não, golitão.
To outwit the
Ah, tá de
keeper, but
sacanagem com a minha
shade on
cara,
target.
mano.
Well, you can't fault him for his confidence, nor his willingness to have a go at that.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. That is a great pick out. Vieira. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham. Good purposeful running. Oh, shooting chance! Ajax look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack.
Não quer fazer,
win it back, they're...
Bellingham!
quer fazer o gol, seu filho do régua.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Ajax are looking to go forward now. Van Dijk, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pedri. Dembele. And That's good
Vai,
moves.
time, ajuda um pouco. Ajuda um pouco.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Dembele. Oh, well played, well played. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That has ended up in no man's land. Quality ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Decent hit! Goal! Ajax! They've done it! It was
Perder essa
coming!
é tá de
They have their
sacanagem.
reward! That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Dembele, there's the shot! Sticks it away! And they're at it again in double
Caramba de
quick
jogo,
time!
mano do céu, mano.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Meu time não tá indo nem pra marcar, mano. É doido, filho.
Pedri. And it's Vieira. And no, that was never going to make it. And he's straight offside. And here's Dembele. And it's Messi. Bellingham. And it's half-time here.
O time acabou, parou no jogo, mas merda nenhuma. Você é doido. O time do cara jogou, mano. É doido.
That gets things going for the second half.
Ó.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Maldini with a definite foul there. Bellingham. Oh,
Ah,
important
mano, por que
interception.
que não trocou de seta logo, fi?
Vieira. Pedri. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Dembele. Messi finds himself offside. Maldini.
O cara dá um. Ah, mano.
Vieira. Now it's Dembele. Just eases him off the ball. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, good ball. Messi.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can
Não
at
tô
least give us
falando.
something to believe the gap might be closed.
Van Dijk. Passing is crisp and sharp. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Eto'o. Paris Saint-Germain
Aí,
can
cara,
breathe
não
again.
vai, mano.
Just.
Yeah,
Pode largar a
they
mão.
showed a vulnerability until...
And the finish!
Pode largar a mão.
And more and more and more.
O time já não jogou mais, não tocou mais, sai
And the
fora. Mano.
lead is 3. It is surely done.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky. And
He's having a go. Now, who's going to be first to this? Vieira. Bellingham gets a foot in here. And Hullet!
O goleiro dele tá catando meio aqui, o
And
meio,
the keeper
mano.
has shown real class. He had to be at his very best. So, third corner of the game. Oh, there's a probing ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Eto'o. There's no flag. Hits one. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Pedri. Oh, good looking ball. Rijkaard.
Eu tô falando, só passe errado.
Neymar. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
That's very neat. Pinches it off him. Vieira. Messi. And that is a little undercooked.
Ah, o toque, mano. Isso que eu fico indignado,
This
mano.
is somewhat less than ideal.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. And he's picked out the run. Oh, what a mistake! Face to face with the keeper. He's had a shot! It's a goal! And they are right back within touch! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way
Não,
back
não
from
era
here?
ele.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Pass is just off target. Vieira. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. Messi looking to get on the end of this. Bullet! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 4 coming up here. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Dembele. And it's Zico. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Messi. Here's Vieira. Zico. Now it's Eto'o. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dembele! And that is the last effort of the game. Paris Saint-Germain played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A
Macei o
game
cara,
that
mano.
began so promisingly from
Macei
their
o cara
perspective,
pra dar
but
nisso aí,
they
ó.
are leaving
Não.
here feeling utterly deflated. So Jim, how
Nada a ver esse jogo, mano. Não é querendo desmerecer o cara, não. Aí. Nossa, o cara chegou 5.000 só do rank. Mas o jogo puxou pra ele. Não teve hit não. O cara jogou muito.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team.
Salve, Mito. Como que você tá, mano? Boa noite. E aí? É dois, hein? Eu também tô, pô. Trabalhando muito aí. Peguei uma folguinha agora. Tamo junto, pai. Tamo junto.
So it's away we go then. Now it's Hullet. And here's Dembele. Rummenigge running with the ball. Barella is the guilty party there.
Marcha na boneca, pô.
Vieira. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual
Não,
today?
doido.
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades. And I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always
Could be danger here. And he's away. Bullet! Big moment! Massive goal!
well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Puxou o cabo,
I'm
pô.
not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on it.
Acabou de perder pro Galbinho. Aí acabou de puxar o cabo aqui. Não sei o que foi, pô. Ele tá indignado com o jogo, de certo. (93 do ranking. Pro Rio. Não sei porque o cara fez isso, mano. O cara joga muito, em vez de jogar aí, né? Quem aqui tá aqui é eu. Mas ele quitou primeiro. Ai, caralho. O Galbinho meteu fumo nele. E ele tá online, o Galbinho. Tomar cuidado com esse homem, ele é bravo. Se eu já ganhei já do meu melhor, o João Vitor, pô. Não vou apelar pra esses caras não, moço. Ó, comendo. Agora que eu fui olhar aqui, tá comendo uma pizza de 4 queijos. Ah, piada boa, hein? Capituri. Essa é mais pô. Peguei meu Bellingham hoje com giro de 900, pai. O bicho é bruto. Bom demais. Uma ficha do ano. O homem é bravo, mano. O homem é bravo. Tem 2 gols e 1 assistência. E o Piquet peguei um giro grátis. Piquezinho, peguei ele giro grátis. Um giro grátis dei o homem. Nem eu acreditei. Tem até o vídeo.
So the wait is over, we can finally
No meu
get going.
celular.
Welcome to
Eu
everybody
filmei.
who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous. He gets big!
Ah, não. Gulitão, você é um gudice,
Yeah, I
cara.
think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there.
Well, from experience, I can
No.
tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
No way through. And Messi! Short changes him with that pass. And he's being shifted off it. Vieira looking to penetrate opposition
Ah,
lines.
mano, não era isso, cara.
Nesta. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He could be in here. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Ah, mano. Ah, o jogo tá...
David Villa. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Real chance!
Ah, mano.
Goal! Paris Saint-Germain!
O jogo tá muito bugado, mano.
Well, we've seen the hunger to
É
win it
doido.
back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Que vai, Mbappé?
So the game's
Você nem é
first
disso, mano.
significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. David Villa. Messi has got
Foi
himself a free
nada.
kick. Oh, he's taken it. David Villa. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Can he spark a counter here? And he's gone backward here. Messi. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Messi. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Bellingham is fouled. Adams. Chouameni.
Boa, meu gostoso.
Now it's Neymar. Neymar heads it!
Ah, não,
Messi very
mano.
much a man of this moment. And that's gone loose. Neymar in acres of space out. Terrific header!
Boa, Neiro. Ô,
And he hits the
Messi.
net.
Deixa ele ficar com o Ziane, que é de brava, vai
There's
tomar
the goal
tinta.
they've been looking for.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Bellingham. That was a good run.
Puxa o
The
cabo
defense
logo.
looked beaten there.
Isso. Assim mesmo. Dá espaço pra outro vir jogar. Quer ficar ciscando que nem galinha aí, fi? Nem o João Brito, não é nem o João Vitor. É doido. É, parecendo cabrito. Fica ciscando pra lá e pra cá. Achando que é o bambambam. Aqui não tem essa não. Perdeu a bola é tinta. Toma tinta. Ou vai eu ou é você que vai ter que sair. Não tem essa não. Respeita o pai, o Diogo Morel, mais. Eita, Los Pirata, Rumigol. É, peguei um pelão, hein? Vamos ver se nós conseguimos ganhar, né? Tocar tinta. É, o bode tá cheio de tinta. Rapaz, o Railau tirou o Manchester City, mano. Você tá doido.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the
Railau
footballing folk in
tá
this part
jogando
of the
baixo,
world.
hein?
Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And already we're underway here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Iniesta. Neatly clipped into space. Now it's Ribéry. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Uruguay with the corner. They're first. Ronaldinho plays it short. That's good play. Very nicely done. Oh, he couldn't quite
Ah,
make
mano,
it.
tira essa bola daí, cara.
Their second corner now. Ronaldinho with the short one. They get a throw in. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now it's Neymar. And he's Neymar!
Boa.
Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the
Dito.
corner. Unstoppable.
Se o Ronaldinho Gaúcho não tava impedido, se ele
I doubt
tivesse,
very much that this was in the
se
script.
ele tivesse ali, filho, não tivesse impedido, rapaz.
Oh, that looks a cracking. Tries a shot!
Ah, não.
Oh, just lacks a decent finish.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Griezmann carries the ball down the right. Paris Saint-Germain leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Ribéry. And that is out of play. And he's been shifted off it. Ronaldinho. Nedved. Oh, well played, well played. Bullet. Gets a good foot in there. Nedved.
Não faz isso.
Mighty effort.
Não volta. Ah, cara.
That's it.
Bola voltar pro cara,
That's
mano.
remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Ribéry demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I
Calma,
think
já
it's just
respondo.
top play.
Uruguay grab the equaliser and
Ah,
we're all
não,
square.
mano. Me pichou
Oh, look,
agora.
Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And the pass is intercepted. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Can he get it through? That's
Ah,
a shade
não.
optimistic. Ah, it's a sweet ball that. That is a brilliant interception. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And they can counter here. Half an hour played now. Now the finish! And the keeper couldn't hold it.
Ah, mano, veio
Goal!
bem, cara.
Uruguay! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes
Shapes to shoot. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bellingham
Eu
clearly
cheguei uma
thought he
época
had the
também
beating
tava
of the
assim,
keeper.
mano. Viciado demais.
Well, look, they know they've got a
Eu
height advantage,
abandonei.
and it's time for them to use it.
Eu abandonei, cara.
And that has earned a reprieve
Abandonei
for the
o
time
jogo.
being. And now they can spring out of defence. He's looking for the runner here. Neymar. It's Neymar!
Ah, mano.
Decent enough try.
Neymar did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up
Tava
again.
muito viciadão. Aí eu diminuí um pouco.
Bellingham. And here's Neymar. And it's Maldini. Well timed.
Não,
Excellent
Maldini.
interception. Paris Saint-Germain are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. He's picked his way through. Ribéry shapes to shoot. And it's in.
Fomos de beija,
And
rapaziada.
they're at it again in double
Isso
quick
aqui que não
time.
pode, mano. Esse
Speed of
jogo.
thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
So the lead now is 2.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's a throw-in. Ronaldinho, he's found a way through. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Neymar, oh, nicely intercepted. To Michaelis. Dixon. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, that's fabulous. Nice interception, well timed. And the first half is done.
Não, eu sei desde 2019 tava assim já. Quando entrou a pandemia. Aquela vez lá, amanheci aqui, amanheci jogando. Fazer X1 e pau, fi.
Here's the start of the second half.
Well, this
Fazer
half might
até uma
require them to
guloseima.
produce a plan A, B, and C. Leveling the score is easier said
Goleiro
than
e
done.
caixa a
But
bola,
that will be
goleiro.
the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Neymar. Pull it. And he's searching through.
Ah,
And
não,
it's
mano,
hoisted
marquei.
clear.
Eu marquei,
Iniesta.
mano.
Now
O cara
it's
só joga
Ribéry.
nas pontas só.
Now it's
Só no
Iniesta.
ponto.
Rummenigge.
Aí.
Oh, he's been caught. Rummenigge!
Ah, tô falando, mano. Meu time não.
Check is
É
there to
doido.
take. Neymar stood up well to him there. And it's Nedved. Uruguay are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He's played him through. Rummenigge. It has a go! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
fourth quarter of the game. They've played it short. Royce!
Ninguém foi, mano. Ninguém foi, mano. Ninguém foi. Abriu tudo as águas. Ou passa.
Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So now the difference is 3.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
E que vai, mano. Oh.
Now there's a
E que vai o cara. Não. Vai lá. O cara ganhar a bola ainda, mano. Ai, jogo, não deu força.
That with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Jogo uma plataforma de tigrinho. Da amiga minha aqui, que é franceadora.
Mateus for Yaya Toure. Ronaldinho.
O jogo tava tão bem, mano. É doido, caralho. Eu não tô nem mais jogando mais não, moça. Só o cara tá jogando. É doido.
Neymar.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Looking for the run.
Nem outro bloco não pega mais, mano.
Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Griezmann. Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Griezmann.
Falta, juiz. Ah, não, mano.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Griezmann. Engages and forces him off the ball. Royce goes on a charge down the left. Rummenigge.
O cara joga no oi?
Mateus.
No L2 pra correr.
Great defending, strong and determined. Gets his pass away. It's Neymar! And the keeper's well positioned.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He is through here.
Aí, cara, não ganha mais. Não ganha mais.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Royce, he's shifting through the gears.
O cara vai jogar tudo
the ball
isso,
is
mano.
loose
Pra
and
parar.
the chase is on. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Decent hit! Really
E
well
vai jogar
taken
tudo
goal.
isso. É louco.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you
Consigo nem,
surrender the football.
nem jogar direito, cara.
Paris Saint-Germain grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Oh, that's well spotted. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And here's the chance to counter. Rummenigge has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that has not gone well. And it's Hullet. And that will be the final act. Paris Saint-Germain pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. How do you look back on the game then?
É bom, pô. Eu faço malote, fiz malote hoje pra mim poder dar um girinho ali. Tá frio aqui, mano. Você tá doido. Frio pra peste, mano. É doido. É o Luz Galáctico, é os Los Piratas, tão tudo hoje na sequência do eFootball. O som desse cara, hein?
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped.
Bora
Undoubtedly
lá.
the place to be at this moment in time. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. The action has already started. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every
Calma,
department,
João
Peter.
Vitor.
He's strong, he's quick, he's
Calma,
totally
João
dominant in
Vitor.
the air. And what's more, hits one!
Thuram clears it away. This time, surely!
Calma, João Vitor.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pullet is offering a wry smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from.
Oh, smashing
Ah,
header!
não, mano.
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Maldini certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Muda mesmo, filho. Muda mesmo de tática aí.
Piqué wins the duel this time. And here's Eto'o. Neymar. Bellingham does well to get it back. Interesting ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And there's green grass ahead of him. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. That's a shade optimistic. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now it's Eto'o. And he welcomes it in. Ronaldinho is offering some sort of an apology there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Now it's Messi. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous.
Não.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Floated through. And it's Neymar. Neymar. Pull it. Now it's Bellingham. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Cruyff. Played back to the goalkeeper. Vieira. Eto'o. Eto'o
No.
showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He can run onto that. Now, can he finish?
Ah, mano.
Goal, Brazil!
Ai, já desandemos
Brazil
já.
take the
Esse
lead.
primeiro gol aqui já desanda já,
Well,
gente.
we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A
Aye.
very tasty combination.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Vieira.
Olha aí.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Veron looks to go up and over. Really
Tô
well taken
falando.
goal. And
Tô
they're at it again
falando.
in double quick time.
O cara voltar a bola pra trás,
So
mano.
that's
Pra
two now
caralho.
without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
E é
It's
só
composure
balão,
from
cara,
here.
manda. Só
Played
balão.
back in. Piqué gets over and intercepts.
Olha aí.
Now that looks a decent ball.
É só balão.
Ronaldinho. Neymar. Now it's Pull It. Van Dijk with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Hum.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Oh, that's clever. And he's heaved it away, and that's been won straight back. Ronaldinho. Eto.
Que vai, mano?
He's
Ah,
had
mano.
it.
Larga a mão.
And more and
Larga a mão.
more and more. And again, they simply
Uma
do
dessa
not
aqui,
know
larga a
what
mão.
has hit them. Another
Atrapalha a
moment of
caminhada do cara,
magic,
não.
a
Que jogo
real
tá.
wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a
Ai,
lot more to
cara,
add.
mano. Tá louco esse jogo, mano. Jogo bugado, mano. Eu vou fumar um cigarro ali pra dar um estresse. Calma aí. Fica aí. Vou fumar um cigarro ali pra estressar esse jogo. Mano do céu, esse jogo, mano. É doido, hein? Ó, vem Pelé agora. Pelé da madrugada.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. While there remains here a distinctive Latin American feel for all its complexity, its sophistication, and dare I say its minimalist design. And he'll shoot here! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He races! And one more try! That's going to go a long way.
Paris Saint-Germain have created a real intensity from the start, and there's no sign of any let-up.
Bellingham! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Big header!
Boa, Piqué.
Marvellous goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
Vibra mais.
Wonderful
O Dibra
delivery,
ganha o
and
jogo,
all
hein?
it needed was a touch.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get
O
his head to
Dibra
the
ganha
ball.
o jogo, hein?
So, a breakthrough already. That is good alertness. Eto'o. All perfectly measured that. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. They've played it short. Neymar pinches it off him. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Eto'o. Neymar. Xavi. Now it's Xavi. Now there's a fine ball. And that's really well manoeuvred. Costa Curta
Foi
did
embora,
well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that was vital. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the
Não era
pass could have
isso.
completed its journey.
Now it's Eto'o. He is through here. Nice interception, well timed. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Schmeichel deals with it effortlessly. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Thuram cuts out the pass. Bellingham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's found a way through. They're urging him. He's had a hit.
Ah, não, mano. Pode parar esse gol, mano. Nada a
They
ver,
have
mano.
hauled themselves right back into it.
Nada a ver esse gol.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just flips the other.
And Hullet! Goal! Brazil! And the game is
Nada a
well
ver
and
esse
truly
jogo,
turned
cara.
on its head.
Meu Deus do céu.
Well, as options go, that was a superb choice. It's over, and
Eita passe
job
errado,
done.
mano.
Brazil take the lead.
To be expected.
And the finish! And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Brazil have their second corner now. Messi with the short one.
Vem, vem.
Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. And he's managed to get free. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Vieira. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Stood up well to him there. He's shifting through the gears here. Bellingham. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Well, the first goal came from this. And he's there to clear it. Neymar. Neymar! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
No.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Rijkaard. Rummenigge. That's Rijkaard. And he's being shifted off it. Neymar. And it's Eto'o. And they can counter here.
No.
Eto'o is fouled. Eto'o. Now it's Hullet. Rummenigge.
No.
Nice
Mano.
bit of skill, and he's away. Well read, nice interception. The ball has bounced, and the volley.
Não.
And here's Eto'o.
Ah, mas tá de sacanagem esse jogo, mano. É
Well,
doido,
it has
hein?
been a pretty crazy game so far. A game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2.
Bora lá, né? Vamos ver se nós buscar a vitória.
Paris Saint-Germain get the ball rolling for the second period.
Paris Saint-Germain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to
No.
change in his halftime team talk.
No, that's been intercepted. Vieira. Oh, good-looking ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Messi. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Rummenigge. Now it's Hullet. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's been cut out. Well played. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe! Denied by an instinctive save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. And here's a chance. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, good ball. Little pass back. Oh, that's a key interception. Neymar. Pull it. Now it's Messi. Thuram gets it away. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there.
No.
He's away! Has a go! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Back when it goes. Oh, good ball. Neymar had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
That has ended up in no man's land. Pedri. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rummenigge. Oh, that's well spotted. Neymar. Pedri. Now it's Pullet. Vieira. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Turns and goes. There's the hit!
Que gol.
Oh, Paris Saint-Germain!
Ai, cara, que golaço.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap
Oh,
to begin
goleiro.
with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really
Goleiro
planned for
bugou,
that. I think he's a bit unlucky in
É
that instance.
doido.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
That's an excellent interception. Piqué gets it clear.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Neymar. Pull it. Shot a goal!
Toma.
He
Foi de
scored!
base, hein?
And this is getting better and better.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Paris Saint-Germain take a 2-goal
No.
lead and are looking good for the win.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe! Mbappe! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? And here's Messi. Great hit!
Boa, meu goleiro não gostou, tá se salvando. Calma agora, calma.
Save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Tenha calma, rapaziada. Calminha. Muita calma nessa hora. muita calma nessa hora.
Brazil
Carlos, salve,
get
mito.
their fourth
Tamo
corner.
junto, mano. Só agradeço aí. Desculpa a demora aí. Valeu por ser inscrito no canal aí.
Ronaldinho plays it short. Mbappe has got himself a
Foi
free kick.
nada.
Now this is a potential flashpoint and the referee has his hands full.
O homem tá em choque, tá em choque.
Roberto Carlos looking to play it into the box. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Now it's Mbappe. And the assistant referee
Pedido.
rightly gives him offside.
Pedidinho.
Taken back almost at once. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now he's off and running. Bullet. Haaland.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he was quick to react. Vieira. There will be 4 extra minutes.
Vai, João Vitor, vai, João Vitor. Fica no corte. Fica no corte, João Vitor, vai. Vai que eu gosto, João Vitor.
And here's the chance to counter.
Fica nesse corte de break, você vai
Paris
longe.
Saint-Germain have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it.
Só bora, Carlos.
What a
Tamo junto, pai.
turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
And all that remains for
Sou
me
inscrito
is
aqui no
to
seu
thank
canal,
Jim
meu
Beglin.
amigo.
That's it from
Tamo
us
junto.
tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Eu não entendi aquela ali, cara. Vamos ver aqui como que foi o gol. Achei que o gol tinha chutar, mas ele tinha tocado. Já... Sorte dele que o Barcar ajudou, pô. Senão sempre o goleiro buga. Bate bola pra dentro do gol. Aí foi gol sem ângulo. Não é sem ângulo, ele escolheu no canto. Ali fazer, né? Não tá certo. Dois gols rápidos foi. Um empate. O goleiro já pulou lá. Nada a ver, cara. Olha como o jogo é bugado. Escorei pro Berger. Faz. Aí o fumo entrou, né? Aí já foi de vez. Bora lá. Jogar saideira, rapaziada. Mas tem que benzer hoje, tem que acordar cedo. Pegamos um pro, hein? Prozeiro.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Such scenes here. Oh, he's been
Ah,
caught
não.
napping.
É doido, hein?
He is through here. Decent ball.
Quer mandar pro
Keeper seated all the
cruzar aí,
way.
fi?
Now it's Pullet. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi tries making a foray down the right.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. But that has not gone well. That's been drilled forward. Now it's Pullet. Oh, that is a good... There's the hit!
Ah,
They've
não, mano.
scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Good read, needed to be. Opts to play it back.
Não. Ó.
Chance! Engages and forces him off the ball. And he's in on goal. And that should get the job done. Neymar purring through the gears.
Barbaridade, vai time.
And for a moment,
Caraca,
time
mano.
stood still. And it's Neymar. And that's another good win of the ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Ele tá achando qualquer coisa pra
He's out
cruzar.
for a goal kick.
Eita lasqueira. Não tem cara lixo que gosta de ficar só cruzando.
Messi. Neymar. Shot could be on. And he's following up.
Ah, não.
It's in. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Atletico Mineiro clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Atletico Mineiro are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Iniesta.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Iniesta. It's a good run down the right. Looking for the runner. Oh, it's Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to this? Bellingham with... And a header!
Que vai, mano.
And he
Pegar
was
um
there
gol
to get
desse,
a
cara.
vital touch.
Pullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Koundé. Neymar.
Atletico Mineiro couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Iniesta. Koundé. He gets big. Well, there's the clearance. Paris Saint-Germain are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Just eases him off the ball, and the pass is intercepted. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Short changes him with that pass. Pass is just off target. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
He rises! This time, surely!
Que vai, mano. Ô, cara.
And more! And the lead is extended still further. He won't get many simpler than
Valeu,
that, but
rapaziada.
he's
Vou
certainly
dormir
not
que vem
complaining.
mais.
Yeah, he showed great
Amanhã tem mais
reactions there.
livezinho.
Right place,
Tamo
right
junto aí, rapaziada. Fica com Deus. Deus abençoe cada um de vocês aí. Beleza? E fui, rapaziada. Vira não esse jogo hoje. Hoje tá osso.